Hey, what's up, you guys? How's it going? So, we are finally returning to Fruits Basket and taking a look at the series as a whole. Because if you're not familiar, a while ago, we posted a survey on our Discord server, which if you're not already a member, you should be. Linked to that in the description down below. Shameless plug.
Yes, please.
But we posted a survey for all of you to answer. We got about 116 submissions. Just so that we can hear you, the community's thoughts on the series as a whole, but also who are your favorite characters, what were your favorite moments, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so we finally want to give our own thoughts and our own opinions on this, but also more specifically go through what your ideas were about the series. We're a little bit late getting to this because we've had a few life changes.
Namely, the kittens in the background sleeping on the cat tree. Those are our kiddos, Hockey and Toffee. I love them so much.
We actually got them, I don't think even a week after Fruits Basket, the series ended.
We had to fill the void somehow.
No, yeah, on literally. Honestly, we didn't have Kyo anymore, and so we got two little Kyos, except they're girls.
They're girls, and they're not orange, so it's just, minor differences.
Slight. But on top of that, I started a new full-time job. Allie started back in person at her job, and so things have just been crazy in the ThoughtBubble household.
Yeah, just a bit.
But we're stoked to finally get into it. And so I figure, let's just get into it.
Yeah, let's start off just looking at all of these different responses and reading through the questions that we had you answer, so.
Yeah, and starting out, we will be looking at the top 3 favorite characters in the series.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone put down their top 3 favorite characters, and what you're seeing on the screen now is those 3 characters and kind of how those results turned out.
Yeah, so it looks like, are we surprised the number 1 was Toru?
I'm shocked.
Who would have thunk that it would be Toru, Yuki, and Kyo in the top 3? That's news to me.
News to me. That said, Momiji is doing fantastically well in these rankings with a solid 36.2%.
Yeah, I did not fill out this quiz because I didn't want to skew the data. We're giving our own opinions in this video, so didn't want to fill it out. But I would be number 43 for Momiji if I were to, be taking this.
Yeah. I also think that it's interesting just how many people put down Machi with a solid almost 15% as one of their top 3 favorite characters.
Yeah, I gotta admit, after reading the manga and remembering how much discourse there was over Machi in the manga and how the fandom reacted to that, didn't think Machi would be this well loved, but yeah, I love her. I understand why people loved her all of those years. It makes sense. I get it.
But looking at, so I'm kind of mad.
Why are you mad?
Because my mana man, Kakeru Manabe, is sitting at a low 21 votes, and I think that's a darn shame.
I'm sorry.
So, who are your top 3 favorites?
Oof. Well, Momiji, that's obvious. Okay. Definitely Kisa, and I guess I have to say Toru.
Toru?
I think so.
Kyo doesn't even break the top 3.
No, unfortunately he doesn't. Because
that's shocking to me.
I have thick nostalgia with Momiji and Kisa because I read their chapters when I was a kid because I've been in the fandom for a very long time, longer than I should have been. I started reading it when I was in 3rd grade. And, that wasn't appropriate at that age, but that's what happens when you have an older sibling. Anyways, I was a child, so I really related with the children. And then when I read it as a teenager, I was like, yeah, I love Kyo, but now I'm an adult and I have the nostalgia goggles on, so. Yep.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Who are your top three? Kakeru, and Kakeru? And then
Yuki.
And then Machi.
Yes, but also no.
Oh.
Yeah. But you did get 2.
Oh, okay.
It's gotta be Yuki, Kakeru, and the third slot is so hard to fill because in my heart I want to say Machi, but in terms of characters that I just like appreciate how they're written, I might actually put Rin top 3.
Oh, that was an outlier for me. I did not expect that.
Because like I wouldn't say I like always jump for joy when I like see Rin, but I appreciate her as a character so much that in terms of like a writing standpoint and an enjoyment standpoint, I'd say Yuki. Yuki because he's an all-around great character. Rin because she's so compelling, and Kakeru because he's so fun.
Okay, I can see that. I guess I didn't back up why I liked my characters other than thick nostalgia, but Momiji because I think that everybody who has ever listened to the podcast knows why I like Momiji, but just because he's such like a well-informed character and like very emotionally intelligent, and I feel like he pushes along the story as a background character-ish kind of way very well. Like, for being not one of the main 3, or even, like, the antagonist, he pushes along the story very well.
Yeah.
Kisa, I like because her story in her chapters, so good.
It is.
That really, like, that helped me all throughout my childhood and growing up and feeling secure. She's great. And then Toru because, why the other 63 people put Toru?
No, yeah. Toru is so good. But, okay, so what 3 characters do you wish got more screen time?
Well, let's see what the people said. Looks like overwhelmingly Kakeru Manabe. Which...
That's what's up!
Yeah.
But, like, also, from what I've heard of the manga, I am ashamed to say that I've only read up to halfway through volume 3 in all of these months.
It's been a slow climb, guys.
We've been working at it.
It's slow, but it's happening.
Yeah, it's happening. We're getting there. We've been getting distracted, but my mana man, number 1, number 2, Machi. Again, I'm loving these votes.
They really agree with you. It's like they're our audience.
And then one that I can't like tell if this is like dead serious or like kind of memey or like both, but I agree with good old Ritsu.
Yeah.
Like, because I could see Ritsu like being a much more compelling character if they just had more screen time. But because it didn't, like, I don't know. Maybe they wouldn't be. I don't know. I need more to form a fully fledged opinion, other than like 6 total appearances throughout the series, some of those being flashbacks.
Yeah. I like that Ayame and Hattori are also pretty high up there, all things considered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hanajima too.
So for me, definitely Kakeru Manabe, because you'll read it. You'll learn one day when our cats stop trying to eat our books and climb all over them and destroy my volumes of the Tokyo Pop manga. Anyways, you'll learn one day why Kakeru Manabe really needed more screen time, and I would have appreciated it just because it would help you understand why I didn't really love him when I first met him in the anime.
Oh.
Yeah, I've already told you this. I didn't like Kakeru.
No, yeah, but I don't want to understand.
I think you need to understand.
I don't want to understand. I do want to know the identity of his mysterious girlfriend, though.
That's important too, because if she's on screen, he would also be there too. So, yeah. We have some people at the bottom of this who wrote in their own other answer and said Kakeru's girlfriend.
Yes! And Mogura.
I agree. Yeah.
We need a Mogura special.
Yes!
We're getting the Kyoko special if they give like a Mogura, just like one off.
That'd be, I mean, I definitely wouldn't be expecting that, and I'd love it.
That episode that Hiro and Kisa watched.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm down.
Awesome. But is there anyone else that like you really want to see more of that like didn't get the screen time?
See, it's weird because I'm thinking of it in the sense of what wasn't adapted from the manga. So if I'm thinking about it in what wasn't adapted from the manga, then I wish that we saw more Kakeru scenes, more Machi scenes, and more, weirdly, Toru scenes. Like kind of like the inner monologue kind of stuff.
The machinations of her mind.
But if it was like anime only content or something new, or like they invented scenes so that we could understand characters more, then for sure I agree with this. I would want more Ritsu content, and I would probably also want more like Aime and Hatori content because I feel like I want to know more about them.
Mm-hmm.
So I would agree with those ones if it was like anime only stuff.
Yeah. I would essentially agree with that. I guess the only other character that I would like to get more context into, either during the story or like after the story, which who knows, maybe Fruits Basket and other covers this, but I'd like to know more about Kagura.
Oh, true.
I would be down for that.
I want to see more of like her friendships with people, like her friendship with Ritsu. We never even get to like know more about that.
Yeah, like I'd be so down for that because I genuinely enjoy her as a character.
Mm-hmm. Same, big same. Oh, I'm happy that you enjoy Kagura. It's a good thing we're married. But okay, next question. This one we have a fancy little pie chart. Mm-hmm. But which character did you change your opinion on the most between their introduction and the finale? So, for an example, going from hating Akito to sympathizing with her.
Which I think...
I mean, that example may have swayed people.
I mean, off the dome.
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty fair answer.
Yeah.
I mean, my opinion changed obviously drastically on Akito as well. I see Hiro, big one.
Mm-hmm.
Kagura.
Yeah. Kagura, Yuki, Shigure, of course.
Yeah. But I'm wondering if there are any on that chart that like I'm just like not. Did I see Minagawa?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly though, like I resent her for taking away time from other characters in season 3, but she did end up being kind of a likable character. Mm-hmm. Like at least you understood her. So I get that. Who wrote Ayame?
3 people did.
He is a delight through and through.
It looks like the characters with the least amount of votes are Machi and Kurano, which is also interesting.
I just saw Kyo on there, which we didn't even code this graph to make him orange.
No, we didn't.
But
love that happened.
That's so funny. Like, maybe on the version that we're recording, he's not orange. But, like, at least on the one that we are looking at in this moment, he's orange, and I think that's so funny. But that's the one I'd have to agree with the most.
Really?
Yeah.
Kyo?
Yeah, Kyo from the beginning of the series. I didn't like Kyo at the beginning of the series.
That's true, you didn't.
And, like, I really liked him by the end of the series because there is that very tangible character growth. And given the context of what was literally happening moments before we meet him, it helps a lot to see. And I almost feel like maybe a lot of people would disagree with me on this. I feel like he's almost written to be unlikable at the beginning. Mm-hmm. Like, you're not supposed to immediately be like, oh, best boy, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And don't get me wrong, like, Yuki has his rough shell at the beginning. Everyone does. But I don't know, I did not like Kyo at first, but as the series progressed, like, I softened.
Mm-hmm. I have to say, me reading the manga, the character who I changed my opinion on the most from introduction to finale was Toru. And that may be weird to say, but when you get all of that inner monologue and like you start out and you think, oh, she's so strong, like she can do anything, she'll never break, she'll never bend, like she can just get through anything, and I should be like that. Why am I so soft? Like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then by the end you're like, oh no, we're all human.
Yeah.
And this is okay.
Yeah.
And so her coming to terms with that also helped me come to terms with that in my adolescence. So yeah, I mean, I feel like it was probably Toru, just because she changed so much in understanding herself and the world around her. But in the anime, we're missing some inner monologue. And also just like watching it is so different than reading it. I feel like maybe Shigure for me? I don't know. When you have the music during his moments where he's like kind of being a little schemy.
Oh, yeah.
It has such a strange undertone to it that's accurate, but it was different than what I imagined while I was reading it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, you're dastardly. Like, okay. But, like, understandable, but, like, they make it so maniacal.
It's, like, a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I guess Reen for me, too.
Oh, for sure, Reen.
I did not care about Reen at all, and, like, just like what we talked about 3 seconds ago, she's in my top 3 favorite characters, especially having like sat on the series for a while. And so yeah, I guess going from not caring at all about Reen and wanting them to just like stop talking about her to thoroughly enjoying her as a character.
Yeah. All right, next one. Favorite opening. Well. If it isn't your favorite.
I mean, it's the best one. It's the best.
Home is very good.
It is so just like chef's kiss good. Because like, the visuals are just stunning throughout it. Like, there's that moment where they clap, and I always still clap to it, and it's just so satisfying. So satisfying.
But yeah, I mean, I also enjoy Home the most. Gotta say, I don't really know how I feel about the other ones. Like, I don't know if I'd be like, oh, well, this one's my second favorite, this one's my third. Like, I don't know how I feel about the other ones.
I have feelings.
You have feelings?
I have so many feelings about these votes.
Oh, okay. Go off.
I know that you're like you like the other. I have feelings about how dirty Chime was done in this list.
Yeah, you do like Chime.
I love Chime. Easily my second favorite. Because it's so fun. That's the umbrella one.
Yeah.
It's so fun. It's so bubbly and upbeat. Like, I'm sorry. Like, maybe I'm being judgmental here. But again, more votes for Again than Chime.
Again needed to happen, though.
I did.
Again is good.
I know, but... snooze. If you like Again, more power to you. These are just my own very strong opinions about openings.
I feel
no judgment. It is very good. It's just not my cup of tea.
Yeah, I don't know how I'd rank them after that. I will say that I didn't like the animation of Prism the most.
Yeah.
I didn't like the walking.
Yeah, no. Pleasure's spectacular.
Yeah, big fan of Pleasure.
It hit the final season really well.
Now on to endings. The very large winner here with Eden.
I agree.
Yeah, the Eden's really good. As a Charm Park fan, slightly insulted that their song is so low. How many people voted for that one? Only 8 people? Oh. Oh no.
I mean,
you know.
It's a very good song.
Eden is very good, though.
See, Eden is so good, and just like the ending itself, like the imagery of it, which if you haven't seen the video of Allie breaking down the symbolism of the ending, the link will be, honestly, right up here a little bit in the video.
Oh, beautiful.
Yes. But
Yeah, I've spent a lot of time with Eden, so...
I would say that my personal favorite is Haru Urara.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry if I pronounced that terribly.
We butcher every name.
I butcher pronunciation. I'm sorry. It's a character flaw. But that's probably my favorite. Because it gave me such warm fuzzies after every episode of season 3, which often caused a lot of like internal conflict.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the art, and that they got all of the art from like the manga style, and like Takia did it. Oh, it made me so happy.
And it's so happy after such devastation. Like, and I'm like crying, but I'm like, this is so good.
Crying at 2 a.m., sitting in our closet, just like, what did Kyo do? And as the song's playing, so happy.
But yeah, so a lot of feelings.
A lot of feelings there. Alrighty. Favorite episode of season 1, let me guess. Well, first of all.
Yeah, we need to...
Let's address this. Everyone voted for episode 24. Am I surprised?
No. Not in the slightest.
No.
That is an absolute landslide. The only other number that's showing up on that graph is I've been fooling myself.
With a solid 11 votes.
Solid 11 out of 113.
Oh my goodness.
But no, that honestly, that's really no surprise that would be a lot of people's favorites. And honestly, it looks like most episodes got at least 1 vote, which is really cool.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Because I feel like everyone who watches Fruits Basket will resonate with different characters differently in different like moments. And so I like seeing stuff like this because it shows just how much every episode, or at least most episodes, can resonate with someone to a profound degree, which just shows the strength of the show.
Yes. Yes.
But if you had to choose what your favorite episode is, which one would it be?
That's so hard.
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, I'm still thinking.
So, I would have to say my favorite episode from season 1 specifically is Spring Comes.
That makes sense for you.
Because, Hatori is just a king. He's just a king. But also, that was the first episode that while watching Fruits Basket, because we weren't doing the podcast when we were when I was watching the first season, that was the first episode that profoundly made me feel something and actually got me invested, I feel like, in the show itself. And so, yeah, I'd say it has to be Spring Comes, because I like that duality between Toru and Kana and how Hatori kind of came around to Toru by drawing that sort of parallel. And so, I don't know, and it's just such a beautiful episode. I love that winter imagery throughout it, and it's just, chef's kiss.
Mine's so hard. I can't decide if it's number 14, That's a Secret, or if it's 18, What's Important Is, because, like I said, I love Momiji and Kisa, but I think I'd say 18, What's Important Is.
I was thinking that you were gonna go with 14.
Really?
I was thinking you were gonna go with the Momiji episode. But
Yeah.
that makes sense that you would go with the Kisa episode.
Yeah, I mean, that's the one chapter where, like, even when I wasn't super interested in the manga and I had, like, my falling out with everything manga and anime and, like, just didn't read anything, I just was, like, invested in school, in high school, that was still one where I was like, anytime I want, I can just go pick up that volume and just read it and I'll be happy. So, yeah, I think it would be that one.
Makes sense.
For favorite episode of season 2, what are you thinking?
So let's first look at what everyone else said.
Okay, fine. We don't need
But it is Cinderella-ish. Won by a decent margin.
That is true. I do love that episode.
I love that episode.
Was that the one where you ran around the table?
I think maybe?
I remember us watching that one together.
No, I ran around the table during I did get up and like scream or something, I think. I think I ran around the table about a Machi moment.
Yeah, I know it had to do with Machi. I thought maybe it was the Machi scene after It's a Cinderella-ish. I don't know.
I don't remember. I have no idea.
Wiped from our brains.
It's that season 2 was so long ago. I absolutely cannot remember. I think I ran around the table during my favorite episode, which is Here You Are.
Yes.
I think that's the episode that I ran around the table on, because that is by far my favorite episode. It gives me all of the warm fuzzies. And for me, it was between that and the episode where they were on their class trip.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember exactly which episode that is, but those were definitely my top 2.
Makes sense. I mean, do I be super basic and say episode 9? No, I shouldn't.
I mean, do it.
No, I don't know if that one's my favorite, though.
It's your opinion.
Oh, no, duh. I forgot this was season 2. Ask Him For Me, episode 16. Duh. Momo.
Oh, true.
That one kills me. But if I was being a basic Kyoru shipper, I would say episode 9. And I feel like a lot of people agree with me. Solid 21 people. Kyoru shippers.
Yeah.
I understand you. I know.
Yeah. That was beach arc area.
Mm-hmm.
What has that 16.1%?
There was definitely episode 21.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Big makes sense. And then what's that 7.1?
Do you want to kiss?
Ooh.
Oh, saucy.
Ooh, saucy.
8 people said yes. Those are all the Harurine shippers. Which,
I mean,
yeah, there's yep.
Respect.
Okay, last one, season 3.
This is the zesty one.
Yeah, like,
this is so zesty.
No one can decide. So it looks like
What's that poor episode with like the smallest sliver?
Oh yeah, let's start there. That's right, it's empty.
Makes sense.
Yep.
That perfectly makes sense.
Yep.
That's not on my radar either.
So for the number 1 spot, we have 11, which is goodbye, 23 people. And then we have a 3-way tie for second place, which is You Fought Well, episode 12, 13, See You Again Soon, and 10, I Just Love Her.
All of those it turned out bangers towards the end of that. Well, honestly, all of season 3 was bangers.
I mean, it just kept going and going.
No.
And it was very intense.
They slammed on the gas and they did not let up for a moment, season 3.
Yeah.
Like, we had a few, like, momentary reprieves at the very beginning. But, no, they really went hard for season 3.
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
What's my favorite?
What's your favorite?
I think episode 13, See You Again Soon, just because it makes me cry like a baby, and you know I love when anime makes me cry.
No, I feel that.
Yeah.
That made me sob too. I feel like I really like You Fought Well. I like See You Again Soon. My favorite...
Why are you laughing?
is because it's so predictable.
Oh.
It's I Hope It Snows Soon.
Yes, it is predictable, actually. Yes. All right.
It's like, which is one of the only episodes that does not slam on the gas.
Uh-huh.
But I like it because it's not slamming on the gas, because towards the end of season 3, it's just so much, and it's so much for me to handle, and my heart is palpitating the entire time. And this just gave me the warm fuzzies and happy vibes, and like, I still had hope when we watched this that it would be a full, like...
Oh, yeah, you still thought it was going to be like a full 24.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, oh, I love this. And I still love it in isolation. The Minagawa stuff could have been, more machi stuff, but I still think they did a phenomenal job with that. And it gave now one singular moment in the show. It gave him one singular moment. And everyone needs at least one moment.
Okay.
Justice for now. Maybe let's go back and say, for people who deserve more screen time.
It's now for you?
Yeah, more than 3 total minutes.
Yeah.
Over the course of 3 seasons.
If Ritsu was robbed, Now was robbed. Well, Ritsu was a Zodiac member, though.
No, yeah, Ritsu was more robbed.
Yeah.
Like, just by circumstance of their involvement with the show. But Now was definitely right up there with Ritsu.
Yeah.
You know?
Rip. Okay, this next one is for manga readers like me. Buzz off. No, you can listen. Oh no, I was too mean. Come back. I'll miss you. Okay, which scene do you wish was adapted? Okay,
let me tell you.
From all 2.5 volumes you've read, which scene do you really miss?
Takiya's author's notes.
Honestly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't really adapt that.
No.
Like, you know how some anime have, like, those commercial break, like...
Yeah.
Like, screens? Like Inuyasha with the jewels.
Yeah, you just want Takiya authors.
Yeah, I just want the author's notes.
Pause to read. Go.
Because they're so charming.
They are.
So,
okay.
Yeah, from the manga, that's what I would say I wish was adapted.
Yeah. Well, we're just gonna scroll through these real quick, but so you can see them. But it's a lot of Kakeru's girlfriend.
Yeah.
A lot of
which represent.
Machi. Yep.
Yep.
Kakeru's girlfriend. Kakeru's backstory. Kakeru's girlfriend. I'm getting a theme.
Yeah.
But then we get into a couple more that are like
Toru and Kyo together.
Yeah.
Which, like, mood.
Big mood. Kyoko's
I like the butterflies.
Backstory. But don't worry, it's coming back as an OVA. So they even said, I'm glad it's coming back as an OVA.
Which, like, I don't really know anything about her backstory, but I imagine, like, if it's like the Hanajima and the Arisa ones, it'll probably be, like, better as a self-contained thing, as opposed to like switching back and forth from like the main story to the I don't know. I don't really have any bearing on that. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but
we got a Kimi's backstory.
Kimi has a backstory?
Oh, just wait.
What?
Alrighty. And then just like, you know, other things. I'm waiting for you to like point out that people are saying something and they're referencing something, but you have no idea what it is. And I just keep expecting you to be like, what does that mean?
The Yuchi Mogata scene?
Yeah, well, that's one. And just like, you know, same old, same old.
Oh, someone didn't read the manga. Same mood.
Not true. You're lying. You read 2 volumes.
In like 2 months. Hey.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. We'll do it. But
I agree with a lot of these. Yeah.
So, if you're like me, haven't read the manga yet, apparently there's lots of juicy stuff.
There's so much. Go read it, please. 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 And if you've read the manga and you've watched the anime and you haven't read Fruits Basket Another or the Three Musketeers side story, please go read them. You will have such a good time. Please. Please, please, please. They're so good.
Got the content.
Oh, yeah.
Got that
so
juicy
much more
content. So much content.
For me, I already pretty much said it, but like the Kakeru content and Toru's inner monologue and Toru and Kyo scenes and some Yuki and Machi scenes. I'm pretty much all over the place. So
literally
just give me
everything.
Please.
Everything. But for us anime onlys, what was the most shocking moment in the series for you? And so,
tell me yours first. I want to know. Give it to me.
You have to know. It was, I guess I was the only one who didn't know this.
Oh, that really?
Yeah. No, yes! Akito being a woman was the most shocking revelation. for me in the whole show. Cause like, Kureno's curse being broken was like, cause I see that on there. And like, I fully agree, like shocking. And so same with Momiji's, but like,
not heroes, we expected that.
well, I mean, yeah, but like, I don't know. You expected them to start breaking at some point. Like, it'd been hinted at by like Shigure that like, I hear the sound of breaking, you know? Like, we kind of knew by the end of the show that someone's curse was gonna break at some point. I was shocked that Kureno's was already broken, but it wasn't like a
what?
wow moment.
What?
It was just like, that's crazy, but like also like, I can take this in stride. The crazy moment was in the same episode as Kureno's curse being broken, being revealed. And it's that Akito was a woman, even though I guess I was the only one who didn't know that.
That's not true. Some people said it as a reply.
That's
that
true.
was shocking for them. A lot of people guessed it because of the voice acting choices.
See, I did too.
And then a little manga reader told you no.
Yeah, because I was positive. I don't know if we've shared. I was positive that Akito was a woman when she was first introduced, and you were like, no.
Well, yeah. I was like
just because
Toru referred to Akito as he because we were watching it in English, and in that episode in season 1 when Akito shows up,
yeah,
Toru was like, wow, I can't believe that he is in charge of the Zodiac or whatever.
yeah, and so I was like, okay, it's a dude, and then I like rationalized it in my own brain because I was like, Naruto's English voice actress is a woman, but Naruto's a dude, so it might just be like a thing that happened. So like, it makes sense. And so I'm just gonna take this at face value, because why would they pull the wool over my eyes in this context? So that was mine.
Got him. But okay, so Kureno's curse breaking, that's one. We got Akito pushing Rin. We got Kyo's transformation, the hat.
Oh,
Toru falling off the cliff. Yep, that's one.
The transformation was actually shocking as well.
Yeah, I remember being like, okay, just to preface this episode, like, please keep watching after this, because it's gonna take a turn. And you were like, what do you mean? This was before the idea of a podcast ever even like formed in our brains. I wasn't that worried about spoiling you a little bit.
Yeah,
but yeah, I didn't want to scare you off.
I totally thought it was gonna be more shonen-y once like the big beefy monster like appeared. I remember thinking that once I figured out God was Akito, that Akito would also turn into like a big monstery thing. That was a theory for a little bit. I think I kept that behind closed doors.
There's so many theories. The things I would hear on long car rides.
I had really ridiculous ones that you never heard because I was scared people would make fun of me, which they would have, some of them. So yeah, believe it or not, I played it safe with some of the things I shared.
Yeah. Oh boy. Let's see, what else do we have? The reveal of Kyo's involvement, the entirety of season 3's episode Goodbye, when Kyo ran away, Kureno's curse again, Kagura admitting her true feelings.
Yo, that was actually shocking too.
Yeah.
That was shocking too.
Are you liking Hattori?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I suppose, yeah. I
the stabbing scene, that one's pretty, like, that... What? Shigure's reason for living out of the estate. Yes. Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny.
Boy.
That one. Totally that one.
How the curse was broke. Yeah, I mean, like, some of these are really funny, though.
No, yeah, that is.
When Shigure said he slept with Akito's mom, WTF Shigure. I love these.
Oh my gosh.
You guys are great.
Oh yeah, and Ayame is in a relationship with Mine. I thought they were just chaotic coworkers. Same. I love that though.
Yeah. So, if you were a manga reader, overall, were you happy with how the story was adapted into the anime? And an overwhelming 97.4% said yes, I would agree with you. 2 said no, I understand, but am quite skeptical of your beliefs.
Yes.
But,
like,
yeah.
I mean, like, you can't please everyone, honestly. And
Yeah.
maybe some people just, like, really love the content that was cut. And, you know, like, if you're, like, not the happiest with how the anime was adapted, I'm sorry, but we thoroughly enjoyed it.
I mean, we were on attempt number 2 at an anime adaptation here, and...
No, yeah.
You know...
From everything I've heard, this one won big.
I mean, it was at least complete in the sense that it went to the last chapter.
True.
How would you rate the anime adaptation overall? So most people said a 9 or a 10, which is promising.
Yeah.
And nothing below 7, which I would have to agree.
Which 116 people responded. That's everyone who, like, took the survey. So even the 2 people who said they weren't satisfied still rated at least a 7, which I think that's very fair and a very positive kind of outlook on a series, that they were a little bit disappointed. And I think it's understandable. Like, sometimes it's disappointing if stuff gets cut.
For sure. I think that some of the cuts, in my personal opinion, made the pacing of season 3 a little bit awkward. So that's why I would probably have voted a 9 here.
Yeah. I mean, I'd say, just because it's not my favorite anime of all time, and I wouldn't really give any anime a 10 out of 10, I'm gonna give it a solid 9. Like, because it's up there. It's one of my favorite anime I've ever seen. But I wouldn't call it perfect, you know? So I'd give it a solid 9, leaning towards 10.
And alright, now we get to the old emotional part. Where we talk about the biggest takeaways that people have after having watched or read Fruits Basket. So, get the tissues. It's time to cry. Oh, you're getting them. Oh. You know, I'm gonna be honest. Didn't think he was gonna take this seriously. I was talking to the camera.
What?
Shut up. Thanks, I needed it.
Yes, of course.
Good thing I wore the waterproof today.
that one's for you.
We got you, fam. Okay, so, biggest takeaways. Anything will be good. Never give up. Always keep moving forward, no matter what happens. We're just gonna scroll through, but you can see them popping up on the screen. You don't need to look at us. Look at the words through your tears.
I really like the joy and change can be found even in the simplest of actions. Because that's such a living manifestation of so much of what this show tries to convey.
Yeah, for sure. The Shigure Laundry quote about, like, just how to conceptualize breaking down overthinking, and that also helped me. Learning lessons through the series and being kind to strangers. If
you find best girl, give her a leaf. Mood.
My whole heart goes to this person. Not drawing assumptions about another person through their behavior, because you really don't know what they've gone through. And I see one response that says that this will forever live on in their heart, and that it's an emotional roller coaster, but it's the best story that they've ever seen. And, like, just about how to ponder things and realize them and take apart and analyze, and just, same. Same.
Big same. Be yourself. Like, it's a beautiful anime. We'll be missing the content.
Big same.
I like this one that says it's never too late to change or go after what you want.
Yeah.
Because that is something I think is really difficult for a lot of people to accept and acknowledge. I think a lot of times people define others and even themselves by their past actions. And while I think Akito's the living embodiment of this, that you can do some terrible things, and there should be repercussions for some of these terrible things, depending on what it is. That doesn't mean you can't grow and change as a human being. And so you shouldn't define someone by their past, but how they're actively trying to move forward.
Yeah, I like this one. You are loved, cared for, and valued. You may look at someone and see that you lack the things that they have, and others may look at you the same way. There's something important and special in everyone, and the same goes for you. And I could not agree more. Wow. And if things are getting to be too much, then it's okay to take a break. And also the importance of having someone by your side, because everyone does better when they're not alone.
Aww.
Hello, welcome.
Yes, isn't that right, Pocky and Toffee?
They know, they got adopted together.
They're sisters.
Everything can relate to our cats if we try hard enough. Everyone is capable of change and worthy of love. That's what you just said.
And want to be able to sympathize and understand others. I think that's fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, one word to describe it would simply be hope.
Oh.
For sure.
Yes.
And someone said that they talked about, like, learning how to forgive themselves, treasure memories, and even if you have, like, a troubling past or poor self-esteem, then they can still kind of figure out how to forgive themselves and get courage to move forward.
Yeah.
Which, wow. Yup.
Yeah. And so I think that there are just a lot of, as we're scrolling through these, just so many thoughts and ideas. And it's just amazing to see how this show has impacted everyone on such a personal level. And I wish that this would turn into a very long video if we read through every single one.
Yeah, I mean, like, it goes and goes, but everyone is pretty much saying around the same things, which shows that the message that was supposed to be given to us has thoroughly been communicated.
Yeah.
And that we all learned and took something away from Toru's kindness and Akito's different lessons that she learned, and just, like, everything.
How Yuki was able to grow and develop and become who he's meant to be, even though he's coming from kind of a bad situation and a bad past. He's still able to become who he's meant to be and find himself.
Yeah.
Even though that can be kind of a rough journey. And so I think that's what Fruits Basket is essentially about, is telling people that it's okay to be who you are, and sometimes things will be rough, and sometimes life isn't perfect, but still trying to be the best that you can be and persevere and surround yourself with people who care about you if possible, because they'll be able to provide that support system to lift you up when you need it the most, which is so spectacular. And that's what the original promise was supposed to be.
Yup.
And it just kind of got twisted.
Yeah.
So.
But after all of those emotions and me reliving the sadness of, you know, just the series being over.
Yes.
We, of course, will always continue the conversation over on our Discord. We have some Fruits Basket channels over on there, so you can hang out and talk. And, I mean, everyone on there would just love to continue to write long paragraphs about Fruits Basket, and would love if you also wrote long paragraphs about Fruits Basket. So please do it.
Yes, please. Come join the conversation, come chat with us whenever you want. And more specifically, if you are watching this video on the day that it airs, we are having a big celebration over on the Discord to celebrate a couple of different things. The fact that we hit 15,000 subscribers, which is absolutely bonkers to think about.
Yeah.
And it's the Discord server's 1 year anniversary. Mm-hmm. So we've officially had our server for 1 year, and seeing how it's grown and flourished and just how many amazing people have come to join us, over 500 right now. We'd love to have you join that conversation as well. Come celebrate with us. There's going to be lots of games. There will be giveaways.
Of certain merch.
Oh, gotta love merch. And yeah, so come hang out, come have fun, and yeah.
Alright.
We'll probably keep talking about everything we've been talking about on the channel. We have big announcements coming up as to what the future of the channel and our content looks like, so stay tuned for that. And is there anything else you want to add?
Nope, that sounds all good.
Awesome. Well, thank you again for joining us on this journey. Thank you to everyone who submitted responses. Fruits Basket has been really special to us, and it's meant the world that we've gotten to talk so much about Fruits Basket with all of you. And yeah, we look forward to continuing those conversations into the future. But with all that out of the way, if you like this kind of content, you want to see more of it coming from this channel, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and why not even ring that notification bell so you never miss another upload. And as always, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, a fantastic rest of your week, and why not even a fantastic rest of your month. And I will see you in the next video. Later.
See ya.